Hi, this filing system that I've just completed, so I'm going to sort of like try it out and see how the functionalities are. Okay, so that's the address, so let's just call this and student number. So let's write that in. That's choosing the right thing. So the other, let's enter another name. Yep. Okay, and the student number for this, let's say, good. So we'll print that out. So the next thing is just to have a look at those data that are in the system. You can see the print line. Look at that. What happened in there is that the quote is missing, and with the right line, that's what happened there. Okay, this is a very nice filing system that you guys can use. You have a choice between right line and print line. So let's go into Visual Basic environment so that you guys see how this project of text filing system was developed. Okay, let's go to Visual Basic now. Thank you. Hi, welcome to VB again, and I'm just going to call this file text file. So this tutorial is all about writing into a text file. So it's going to be a very short one, but there's a lot to learn when you see this tutorial. It's very good. It's more or less another way of you creating a filing system. So my form is ready, and I'm just going to add maybe one or two group box. Maybe change the background color of the group box a bit. Okay, I'm now going to bore you guys with my making a beautiful interface. So I'm just going to pause the program and get back to you as soon as I finish designing my interface. So I've now sort of like designed my interface here. I'm going to use that for this layer for my student name, maybe address, and so on. So the first thing I'll do is let's enter some details here. That'll be maybe, let's give that name, or you can say student name, your student, maybe student address, and your student number right here. Student number. Good. All right, let's embed 3 text boxes. There we go. So folks, I've now finished designing my interface. You can see the heading right there, student filing systems, and I have a student name as a label, student address, student number, and the text box. That's where I enter the student data. I may have to increase the size of this text box too. Here I have a list box, and I have a write to file. You can print to file, show data, exit system. So none of them has been programmed right now. So let's go into Visual Basic Development Environment and get the whole components. working as expected. So the most easy part, let's get that out of the way. So let's just enter application.exit for that. Application.exit. So that's fine. That's out of the way. That's to exit the system. If you like, you can declare some variable just to ask a couple of questions, confirm if you want to. Or you can just say, okay, the Q. All right. Okay. Then let me say Q equals message box confirm system exit. All right, that's fine. Then that'll be VB question. Let's ask some question right there. Where is it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't know, maybe VB yes or no. Dot yes or no. So put that right there. Now we now need to say if Q equals VB yes, then application dot exit. Okay, else, let me say else if Q equals VB no, that's no, then let it self-focus in one of those. I think let's txt x1 dot set focus. Alright, and just end the whole system. Okay, that's just for the exit. So if I run it now, let's see what's gonna happen. Click on exit, and I've been questioned. Let's say yes, and that's it. The system goes out. So that's very easy. Let's go back to the program and just complete the rest. Okay, let's maybe we should add some information here. Okay, let's say maybe information. Okay, plus now we have two. So let's try it again. Yeah, that's it. I got the dialog. I got the information icon I need. So no, you see the icon right there. Exit again. Yes, good. So we are now into the development area now. So let's declare some variables for our file. The first is to actually declare the file name system as string. As that done, then my form load, I would like my form to load up a file for me. Okay, so the file name equals let me just call it student info. That would be the file name. So call it student info dot txt. So what will happen in the system will automatically generate a file known as student info dot txt. So now when I run the program, that will be generated. So the next thing is to write into this list box. Okay, so let's the first place, let's just increase the size of this. Yeah, that's about right. That's okay. So write into, so we say, let me declare some variables. dim student name, yeah, and string also have students. Of course, student number there. Student number as string, or address. Is correct as spelling there. Address, and I want my student address. You will notice the student number is declared as string because you may have to add alphabet into this student number. Okay, that's fine then. So let's just go and say the first text box, I believe that's text box 1. I haven't given it a name really. Text box 2 and text box 3. Maybe we should just make it a little bit more professional. Come here and say txt student name. Good. Let's copy and change the rest. And this is txt student address, txt student number. Paste. Good. That's beautiful. So now write into btn, right, btn print, and btn show. Just being professional about the whole thing. btn show. Okay, since we want to be professional, and all of this data in here in the third button, let me take it off and I'll replace it back. Okay, come here into the exit, just call that btn exit. So that's fine. I'll double click on I'll go back into my btn exit. Okay, I still have it right there. I can just change the whole name here to btn exit anyway. btn exit. Yeah, that's fine. Change it. Just paste that in there. Let's test it one more time. Make sure it works as expected. Yeah, that's good. Good. So now I have my btn right in there. btn right. That's btn right. Correct spelling. So continue with the rest of my code, and I have txt student name and dot text. Okay, that's the student name there. That's for student name, and the other is student number. Copy, paste that here, equals txt number. Then we have student address. Oh, come on. Text student address equals txt address dot text. So I will now say file open. So file open. Yeah. File open. We have to open the very first file, and the file is file name, comma, open the open mode in this case would be for it to dot append, that's add to. So that means anytime it opens, it will add it into. So I would like to use write line in this case. Use write line. And add the first one. That's the student name. Then comma. Add my student number. And also add the student address. Good. So that's sorted. So let's close the file, close file 1, and just exit all of this system, clear it up. Paste equals, repeat the same thing. So that means anytime the data is added, system should clear the box, clear the component, the text component. Alright guys, we finish our program right now, so that makes life easy for us. So all I'm just going to do is copy this into the print button, and maybe one more thing, might as well set student focus here, student name dot focus, if you, just in case if you want to enter more data in there. Good. Alright, just copy this, copy, go to the print, where is it? There we are. Double click on print, paste that in there. All I need to now do is to change this right line, if you guys can see it, and you see right line, I'm just going to change that into print line. So change that to print line, you see that. So that's it. So hopefully the program should run as expected. So student details, Peter Pan, and Peter Pan Moss, maybe something like that. Peter Pan more. Okay, you can see these too small. Right, then address, maybe let's just say London Road, or maybe Petermore. Change that to Petermore so that we have enough room in there. And the student address might be maybe PM 0057. Okay, that's the whole information right there. So we can always say write into the list box. Okay, but because the list box is not programmed yet, so if I hit on show, nothing will happen. So let me go back into the code and get that sorted now. So I've now finished the output into the list box. That's the code for the output into the list box. So let's give it a try now, just see what will happen. So the first, let's run the program. Yeah, the previous data enter in there, we can just click on this, and you guys say it is right there. So the next thing I'll do now is maybe enter more information here. So let's get rid of that. Let's run the program again. Okay, now this is the final product. So just run here and see. So the next name, let's sort of like enter Kim, and maybe the surname is maybe Kim O. Kim O. Oscar, and enter the address right there. Maybe also Way Town. Tom Road. That's fine. And student number is pen number. Okay, so let's see if we write to show data. You see the difference now? Peter Moore, you can see the speech mark where you write, but the print line, as a print line right there, as you can see, there is not a single speech mark there. So I prefer using the printer line when I'm working on a filing system or text filing system. So that's that, guys. You see, that's a very easy way to develop your own text filing system. I think maybe you guys have learned one or two things here. So I will now copy the code and put it in my shared drive. If you feel like, you can always send me an email and subscribe, send me an email, and then send you the code. Okay, you have a nice day now. Bye.